12 monthly reading, Capricorn. I can already feel it. There's so much on your mind, in your heart. And you know, I'm pretty sure you're dealing with a lot of endings. With friendships, with lovers, with a lot of people. Major transitions. And it certainly doesn't help that we are in the pre-shadow period of Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde will be here on the 22nd, I believe. And so with that comes many, many challenges and obstacles. And already, I get the feeling that you can't seem to pull yourself away from the flame, so to speak. There's curiosity lingering here. And you know what? I feel like during this major transition for you, Capricorn, you're definitely going to be a lot more disciplined, a lot more structured, especially with Saturn being in your house. Being in Capricorn. So it's funny how I brought up endings. Already with this Eight of Chalices, someone is feeling abandoned. Someone is abandoning a situation because it's hopeless. There's no salvaging it. You've done all you could do. And remaining in these types of relationships, this type of energy as a whole, you realize you gotta let it go. You realize that there's just nothing left for you here. Two of Pentacles. I feel as though your focus has been more on balancing your finances and your home. Your focus is on balance. You want balance. And in order to restore that balance, it appears you had to jump ship. So I'm going to lay all of these down here because rather than just doing it as I go, as I have, I'd rather see the whole thing collectively. So I already cut the deck, and with that Eight of Chalices, it's challenged by the Knave of Swords. So already I see some air energy here. Some of you are dealing with a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. There are just a lack of fulfillment. I also see that some of you are dealing with someone who is all talk and no action here. And so you had to jump ship. Or this could go vice versa, you guys. You know, the other person could be feeling this way, you know. And it results in cutting off communication. There's definitely someone seeking justice, and that's how they're getting their justice, is by jumping ship. Recent past, we have the King of Chalices in reverse, Four of Pentacles in reverse in the near future, Queen of Swords in reverse, crowning you. Judgment in your foundation. Advice is 3 of Pentacles. External to you is the Queen of Wands reversed. 5 of Chalices reversed in your hopes and fears. And in the outcome, we have the Emperor. But let's go ahead and take a little bit of a closer look. So we already see with the 2 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, you wanted balance. You wanted harmony, equal give and take. Equal efforts. But, as I said before, undelivered promises. Being extremely talkative. They can talk up a storm, say that they're going to do this and that, and it never comes to fruition. And it's a repeated cycle of this. And then we have in the recent past with this King of Chalices in reverse. So far we see air, water, and fire. Okay. The King of Chalices reversed, that's not a good look. I feel as though there's a male in your life for the females out there. You're dealing with someone, or it could be multiple men, a guy friend, or, just men in general, men in the workplace, men, just regardless. There's definitely some male energy where there's a lot of emotional manipulation and deception attached to this. I get the sense that this individual drinks way too much, and it's created emotional blockages. For those of you that are not dealing with a chronic drinker, well, then this represents being emotionally blocked. Being deceptive and emotionally manipulative. Not coming from a place of love, a lot of emotional imbalance. I see a lot of insecurity here too, and it's getting in the way. The deception is that they keep making these promises that they know that they're going to eventually break. And for some of you, 4 of Pentacles in reverse, someone may be holding on to you, being possessive, even though you're ready to leave, because they are greedy. They want to have their cake and eat it too. They don't want to have to do any of the legwork. You could be dealing with someone who is all about materialism. They just care about money. I feel as though someone's greed is getting in the way of this, and that's where this unstable energy is coming in. And so I feel as though you're trying to protect yourself from this energy. For those of you dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, I definitely don't see any good energy attached to this. Air sign even. Very unstable energies around you. And I feel as though, financially there's some sort of instability. That comes about. That may be just for a small amount of you. Because, mainly what I'm seeing is 4 of Pentacles reversed. As well as, the prior cards here, I see that someone is protecting themselves against a lot of deception. And they have to leave this situation behind because the other person was not doing their part. That's what I see. Queen of Swords reversed. I feel as though you're ready to cut off communication. Your heart is blocked to the situation because you see that they have not given you anything. They have not fulfilled you emotionally. They have not fulfilled their promises. They're unstable emotionally. They're liars. The King of Chalices in reverse as well can appear to be the King of Chalices upright. He is very capable of appearing as though he is a good guy. But underneath all of that is just emptiness. They're hollow. And I feel as though it can even bring about a lot of emotionally charged communication needing to be exchanged. But I feel as though as you're trying to communicate how you feel and what you need to do and you're ready to leave, I feel as though someone's going to try and stop you because they're holding on to this out of fear. Some of you guys may even be the ones holding on to these situations, these deceptive people, out of fear. And so in the foundation here with the Judgment, you're definitely going to have to make a judgment call here. And the only thing I see getting in the way is a lot of overthinking. I also feel as though some of you guys may be dealing with an air sign that is a stalker. They won't let up. But unbeknownst to you, they can appear as though they don't know what you're doing and, you know, they're just happy to be with you and all of this. You need to look within, Capricorn, to decide what you know is the right thing to do. Okay? If there are any gut feelings about the males in your life or the females out there, definitely pay attention to what you feel. There may be no evidence. He may be appearing as though everything's all good and he'd never be harmful in any way, and, you know, don't put a lot of stock into someone's words. Let's just put it that way. Pay attention to the actions. Pay attention to how they respond. Advice is the Three of Pentacles. So if you guys were hoping to collaborate with someone, work together, this indicates that that would be in your best interest. Teamwork, working with others to achieve the same goal. Let's just put it that way. But seeing as how this is a 3, be wary of third-party situations. As I said before, the King of Chalices in reverse is not to be trusted. You know, he's definitely someone who is completely out of whack. Definitely somebody who will take advantage of you, or even set you up to take advantage of you. That's what I get from that energy. But regarding projects, regarding money, workplace things, home, focus on balancing that, working towards building your stability, building your foundation for a more successful future. I do see that working out positively for you. But if there are 3 people in your life right now who you know are not contributing to your path in a positive way, you've got to do what you got to do. Do not hold on to anything out of fear, and don't let the fact that they want to hold on to you out of fear hold you back, because they will use manipulation and deception to get what they want. External to you is the Queen of Wands reverse. So some of you guys are dealing with the fire sign here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And this person is definitely insecure. They've been extremely aggressive with you. They're extremely jealous. You know, this could refer to a friendship that you had to end recently. It's due to jealousy. And you know, Queen of Wands reverse can also represent a motherly figure. Some of you guys could be dealing with home situations where your mother is just extremely aggressive with you. And it's just a lot kind of coming at you on all fronts. Some of you guys may even be dealing with a female Gemini. And that's weird that I just said Gemini by itself. You know, but of course Libra and Aquarius as well. That is just not, they're just bitchy. They're just bitchy. Hopes and fears, I see the 5 of chalices in reverse, which refers to accepting things as they are, accepting the things that you cannot change, and then moving on. But you fearing this, fearing if it's the right choice, fearing if, you know, you can do this, if you should, you know, you definitely should, because this right here, you don't need this in your life, Capricorn. And I know you guys are well aware of that. But these people are really trying you. They really are. But don't let your fears get in the way of you moving on completely. You need to accept things as they are and just move on. Don't try and seek answers from people that you know are liars. Don't try and seek closure from people that you know have hurt you in the past. Do what you think is best regarding you abandoning these situations and stick to it. That's the only obstacle I see for you this month, Capricorn. But regardless of all of that, I do see with the Emperor here, you got to get through the thicket of the woods first in order for you to reach your destination. But once you do, you will take back your control. Some of you guys may be dealing with an Aries individual here. Could be an Aries specifically that's jealous, or vice versa, you're jealous of them, or whatever. There's just so many people involved here and so many emotions from you and all of these people I see here. It's so evident. With this here, it's good that you'll regain your control. You finally take your power back. You regain your authority. Let's go ahead and clarify these. King of Chalices reversed. King of Pentacles in reverse. So, I see earth energy here. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Again, you got a lot of males and females coming in the reverse. And it's not looking good because, I mean, and it could be any gender, honestly, but I'm just saying, a lot of people, friendships, relationships, two-faced people here, people that are only focused on the money. I definitely see somebody that is controlling. Someone who is just completely unstable, out of whack. Finances are out of whack with this person. Home is out of whack. They don't have anything to offer. Not emotionally, not financially, not physically, not anything. A complete dud of a person or people. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You had to turn these people down, of course, because obviously there's a lack of healing, a lack of understanding, because there's deception, manipulation, game playing, when all you were trying to do was be real and have something real. But now you don't see anything long-term with this anymore. There's a lack of healing, a lack of understanding towards the beginning of the month. You know? Or it could even just be right at the end of February where all this energy is becoming more and more apparent. Eight of Chalices. So we have three cards popping out. And it's funny how before I said Gemini. Lovers in reverse is the card for Gemini. We have Taurus with the Hierophant. And then we have the Three of Chalices. Three people for sure. There could even be more than three people in all honesty, because there's just so much going on. If you guys were trying to, you know, accept a love offer, but then you realized along the way, something's not really right with this person. Well, I do see three people here. Just purely sex. They may be trying to offer commitment to multiple women, but they just want sex. Unrequited love. Some of you guys may be just honing in on your spirituality. You decide that you don't love these people. You don't really want anything with them anyway because they never gave anything to you. So it'd be a waste anyway. It could even just refer to that. Unrequited love. Broken marriages. Could be a night where you guys went out drinking. Things ensued. This person was trying to offer commitment, but really they just wanted something physical, and just to keep you strung along, that's their little line of bull that they're feeding you. For those of you that are dealing with that, just keep in mind there's another party, because even with this tower at the bottom of the deck here, if you wanted to reunite with anybody, do not do it. If what they're saying sounds too good to be true, get the hell out now, because you know what? You're going to see the truth of all of this. Knave of Swords. So we have 4 cards. Okay, so a lot of cards coming out for you guys today. We're going to roll with it. So we have some Scorpio energy here with the Death card and more air energy. We have almost all the court cards for air. There's been a lot of impulsive words and actions. Somebody was not thinking about the consequences of those impulsive words and actions. They just said whatever just to keep you strung along, and it resulted in you having to cut something off, or vice versa. Keep that in mind, you guys. But it resulted in an ending, and there's another person that's resisting this, that's trying to resist this, trying not to face the consequences here. But now we have the Queen of Chalices and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is all a sudden and unexpected change and ending that has taken place. I'm telling you, I felt that before I even pulled the cards out, you guys. Major transitions for sure. Because it's not going anywhere. Things are not improving. I also feel as though there's a decision between three people that you're deciding to end things due to impulsive words and actions, and you're focusing more on your spirituality, focusing on abiding by the rules within the workplace, focusing on going the conventional route. But with all this deception and all these multiple parties and all this stuff, saying what people want to hear or saying what they think other people want to hear, you caught on to that. And it results in the wheel not turning in your favor with this situation. Queen of Chalices, I feel as though intuitively you knew. And if you didn't know back then, well, I feel like you know now that this is not right for you. And it lets the karmic cycle finally complete. I feel like you intuitively knew that that's what you had to do. Your love has now turned to anger because you see that they don't mean anything that they say. Four of Chalices in reverse. A lot of insecurity in the way. There's a lot of boredom. You're just bored of the situation because it's the same thing every day. These people have not grown, and it results in a missed opportunity. Four of Pentacles reversed. The Chariot. So this is good. I feel like you guys will be moving on. You guys will be successful. You guys will be triumphant. Some of you are dealing with a Cancer that you may be holding on to out of fear. Some of you are just simply moving on from someone that has been holding on to you out of fear, that you've been holding on to out of fear. You're finally moving on. And honestly, that's a beautiful thing, because I do see success. I do see triumph. Seven of Swords, you're standing your ground. You're standing your ground about wanting to pull back from all of these people. You know? A lot of competition, but you will be triumphant. The Fool in reverse, more references to impulsiveness, recklessness. And honestly, that's why you're not wanting to take a leap of faith, because you know this person does not think before they speak or do something. And that's been the biggest issue. But they knew what they were saying wasn't true when they said it to you. They knew that they had nothing to offer. They knew that they were not coming from a place of love. They were not having your best interest at heart due to a lot of jealousy. Queen of Swords reversed. This is going to be a long reading, you guys, because I want you guys to really hear these messages. There's so many people and so many things that need to come to a close, and it happened so suddenly. May specifically be a Virgo for some of you that you're deciding to cut off communication with, but you decided to pull back. For sure. You're being a lot more cautious. Judgment. Strength in reverse. Some of you guys may be dealing with a Leo. A lot of dishonesty here. You could be dealing with someone who has a lot of self-doubt and who is dishonest as a whole. Things are just completely out of control. You no longer have the strength to continue fighting for people that are not fighting for you. But don't doubt yourself. Just because these people doubt themselves and can't give you what you deserve. Some of you may be dealing with extremely prideful and arrogant people around you that just think that they can manipulate you and take from you. And you'll just fall for it. But I definitely don't see that happening. I do see that by you standing your ground, once everything is all said and done, the rest will work itself out for sure. 3 of Pentacles. The Hangman in reverse. A lot of indecision on whether you want to collaborate with people or not. Someone is playing the martyr here. Dealing with someone that they know will hurt them because they've only hurt them many times before. Nothing has ever changed. And by going back, you guys, that turns you into a martyr. You already know. Don't sacrifice yourself for someone else. Don't be indecisive about it. Just simply don't sacrifice yourself for anyone else. Indecision will only delay your progress. And you know, before I shuffle that, let me bring that back. 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So I do see, although you're completing cycles here, multiple cycles here, I do see money. Money coming in for sure. Stable home, stable finances. Things are looking good on the money and home front. But emotionally, it's time to clean house completely. Queen of Wands reversed. So here we have the Devil in reverse. Now that's you, Capricorn. You're reclaiming your power, and someone is jealous of that. You're releasing yourself. You're releasing yourself from multiple karmic situations. It could be a fire sign that you're reclaiming your power from. Hell, all the signs, in all honesty, because I see each and every single sign. You're reclaiming your power from everyone around you. But there is a lot of jealousy. And honestly, that's been the biggest obstacle to having any friends at all, having any connections at all. People are jealous of what you're doing for yourself. People are jealous of what you even have to offer, just you yourself, regardless of money and all that other stuff, status, you know. They see that you're doing things for your life, for yourself, that they are not doing for themselves. And they are jealous. So they want to keep you trapped, stuck in their loop of bullshit, by trying to play on your emotions because they see that you're a good person. They themselves are unstable. And they were never capable of sustaining a real, meaningful, healthy relationship. That's just it. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing to doubt. These people are being dishonest with you, period. And it's time to move forward if you haven't already made the decision. Don't stand in your own way. Temperance at the bottom of the deck. Some of you guys may be dealing with a Sagittarius specifically. Focus on the long term. Maintain your positive magnetism. And it's funny, as I said all of this, that's exactly what this card embodies. You are emotionally balanced. You have this strong positive magnetism about you. And they could be seeing that lately. But they don't have that. So now they want to destroy it. And that's what's creating all of the conflict. They may not tell you that they want to sabotage your efforts, but you sticking around people that are trying to do this to you, Capricorn, you're only hurting yourself worse. Screw the sentimentality. Screw, everything was so good at first. Hey, let that stuff go. 5 of Chalices reversed. The High Priestess reversed. Yeah, you definitely need to listen to your inner voice to move on completely. And this kind of goes back to the reading I did last month in February. Letting endings remain endings. But I definitely see that you will. Coming towards, going through the middle, towards the end of the month, for sure. But I feel like there may be an energy of revisiting something for a brief moment. And then pulling back again. Because that retrograde is no joke. And, focus on people's hidden agendas. People can tell you what you want to hear all day long, but they can't walk the talk. That should be a big red flag. If they are, just trying to keep you from doing what you need to do in life, that needs to go. The Emperor. King of Swords reversed. So here we have air energy again, popping back up. This is all about abusive communication, someone who is abusive in general. You may be dealing with a boss who is abusive in their communication. A tyrant. You could be dealing with, an air sign, or even an Aries specifically, who is just like this, very abusive in nature with their words. Or just everybody here is abusive with their communication. And it just got to the point to where, you had to cut it off. You had to cut off communication. Again with that 10 of Pentacles. That's twice now. Money's going to be good. Watch the greed though, you guys. Watch the greed. I feel like I need to say that because that 4 of Pentacles in reverse represents that. Let's go ahead and clarify this King of Swords one more time in reverse, and then we'll get your advice. King of Swords reversed. Okay, so I feel like these cards want to come out here. Beautiful. So glad that I pulled these, because we have the Sun, the 8 of Swords reverse, and the 7 of Chalices in reverse. You're going to be turning everybody down. You're going to be pulling all the way back. I feel like you guys are going to be more focused on schooling, working at work, going to work, putting in the effort to maintain your home. You're definitely liberating yourself. But the indecision is the only thing that will be bringing delays in your success. But someone's trying to, or people have been trying to divert the attention away from their deception, that they have multiple choices. And you're releasing yourself from, all of these illusions. You're releasing yourself. I don't see you thinking about it anymore. And again, you're liberating yourself. So this is beautiful as long as you stand your ground and keep to yourself. Because these people do not have good intentions for you. The Sun, you will be happy, successful, confident. Cut off communication. Ace of Swords reversed. There's a lot of deception fueled communication. Don't believe what you hear, and believe only half of what you see. Okay? Let's go ahead and get the advice. So sorry that this was so long, you guys, but this is definitely something that needed to come through. And for the ones that care about the message, for the ones that it resonates with, hopefully this has been helpful for you. So, gods and goddesses, please give me the advice for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs from now until the end of March. All right. I'm going to cut the deck here. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Chess Queen. Interesting. I love that card. And then we have the Hawk Prince. Beautiful, beautiful. And let's go ahead and get you some advice real quick from the moon phase. Gods and goddesses, please give me advice for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs from now until the end of March. Yeah, I'm glad that I waited to do your readings because I knew that there was going to be a lot of messages that needed to come through for every single sign. Card that flipped as I was speaking, courage. Okay? And the one at the bottom of the deck is the seed moon, new growth. Beautiful. I knew there was going to be some powerful messages coming through to you guys, and I wanted to be strong enough to give them to you. So, you know, I feel bad for being late with these messages, but, you know, I feel like it was definitely well worth it because I feel like I really was able to give you what you guys needed. So, let's go ahead and get into the oracle messages with the Chess Queen. This says, the Chess Queen has all the tools you need to aid you in your quest for a life of purpose, peace, and prosperity. When she arrives as your ally, you're given the task of asking Spirit for a vision of your life. Ask also to know the right actions to ensure your part in this process of unfolding. Ask also to know the right actions to ensure your part in this process of unfolding. Then, with a sense of trust, allow the strategy to be given unto you by the divine. Are your own goals and desires in alignment with the divine plan for your life? This is a reminder that there is your plan, and then there is the divine plan for your life. When you're in alignment with the latter, all manner of messages are delivered to aid you in taking the next right action for your life. The Chess Queen says that you will win this game as long as you let Spirit choose your moves. Follow your bliss and the inspired messages delivered by your soul. You cannot lose when you enter the realm of the Chess Queen and she appears as your ally. The next one that we have is the Hawk Prince. Okay. The Hawk Prince appears with good news. He flies into your life to alert you that a message is coming to help you manifest your destiny. Expect a phone call, letter, email, or conversation that lets you know the next step to take toward your greatest good, or to tell you that you've arrived at an important stage along your path. The Hawk Prince is also the ally for spirit communication, so pay attention when you think you hear something important pop out at you on the radio, on TV, or in overhearing the conversations of strangers. Spirit is constantly in dialogue with you. Are you listening? Stay open and expect Spirit to speak to you and show you the way to your prosperity in all aspects of your life. Okay, and let's see what we have for the Moon Phase Oracle. The first one we have is the card for courage in your shadow side. Okay. You are comparing your unique gifts and others who are using theirs. This will only hold yourself back and diminish your bright flame. If you are acting in an inauthentic way, set it straight. Do not forget your values and principles. Do not let jealousy from within or others get the best of you. That's funny. I love that. I love how that came up. Perfect message. And the next one we have is the seed moon. I kind of did these a little bit backwards. Usually I do the one at the bottom of the deck first, but that's okay. So here we go. Spring beckons forth with new life. The seed is the container for life force energy and new growth. There is a seed within you ready to grow. You feel the winds of revitalization move you into a creative and playful space. Passion is ignited. Really soak in this time of joy. Your imagination is buzzing. Your soul is as light as a feather. Harness this energy into everything you do. Now is the time to take your intentions into actions. What are you passionate about? What do you love to do? Are your intentions aligned with them? Bring this love into your life by actually doing them. You will create a spark that will light into a flame, and then build into a warm and inviting fire. Your passions will fuel your desires and motivation. So I definitely see that you guys are starting something new. I keep getting school for some of you out there, or even just going to learn a new trade. Definitely trying to build your skill set. So stay focused on that, you guys. Until next time, stay blessed, not stressed. Peace and love.